I dreamed of an unreachable land called Xulima, where in times long past, gods and men walked side by side. But soon the creators withdrew from their world. From the stars, they wove a new destiny for mankind. However, not all agreed with the new plan. A war broke out between the Lords of Xulima, and mankind was pulled into their conflict. Through these intrigues I walked, facing impious princes, colossal titans, and terrible demigods. I wanted to wake up, but I was already trapped in the conspiracy of the Lords of Xulima.
Hi, my name is Jesus Arribas and I am the director of the team at Numantian Games. Sorry. I have the pleasure of introducing you to our launch title, Lords of Xulima. Lords of Xulima
tells the epic story of gods and men. The story told in the scope of the game is just a fraction of a grand mythology that details the history of the world, from its creation until its ultimate demise. Lords of Xulima can briefly be described as an RPG inspired by the old school classics, but with modern features, visuals, and interface. Our team is made up of passionate gamers who have grown up playing those great games of old, including games like Might and Magic, Ultima, and Wizardry. With Lords of Xulima, we want to capture the elements that made these games special, which for us include an epic story. We love an original fantasy setting, and we're not afraid of being creative and unique. Gameplay mechanics that reward intelligence, strategy, and the use of deduction to solve problems, instead of focusing on speed and trigger-perfect reflexes to succeed. A challenging, immersive, and open environment. We want to capture the feeling of being a small, vulnerable character in a vast, dangerous, but exciting world. And players should have free reign to travel and go anywhere they like, without artificial boundaries. This is the type of world we are creating. What you do and how you perform in this world is entirely up to you. When playing, you command a group of 6 characters that you can customize using 9 unique classes and more than 100 different skills. You can freely explore the continent of Xulima, which consists of 14 unique regions, each with its own climate and landscapes, inhabited by different creatures and cultures. You'll explore the world and interact with its environment in third-person isometric view. Here, you'll enjoy the richness of the hand-drawn 2D landscapes. The combat is an essential part of Lords of Xulima. When you start a fight, you'll switch to a first-person view. Combat is strategic and turn-based, but can also be quickly paced and dynamic, depending upon your playstyle. You have many options, and how you use them will determine whether you win the fight or die in shame. We've put special emphasis in making the game's interface easy to use, so that casual gamers, as well as experienced fans of the genre, can all enjoy their adventure. Of course, we would never sacrifice any element that contributes to the game's open nature or complexity. At completion, the game will include approximately 60 hours of gameplay. In developing a game as complex as Lords of Xulima, we've had to make a lot of decisions about which features to include and which to leave out. Even though we'd like to be able to do everything to make Lords of Xulima the best game possible, we need to adjust our vision to match our budget. For this reason, we've decided to launch our own adventure with this crowdfunding campaign in an effort to make the game an even better experience by allowing you, our future player, to contribute. A successful campaign will let us do many things to improve the game, like adding additional languages such as German, Russian, and French, new content such as additional regions and enemies, and an original soundtrack. We've put together a list of these goals. The funds we're able to raise through our campaign will be exclusively dedicated towards implementing these improvements. To thank you for your contributions, we've created some special and unique items for the campaign, like the book Bestiary and Mythology of Xulima, that contains descriptions and statistics for all of the 100+ creatures that populate Xulima, as well as a history that begins with the creation of the world and the 9 gods.
From Numentan Games, you have our heartfelt gratitude for your collaboration. This is our first project made with our vision and passion, and with your help, you can make it all possible. Thank you very much for your support.